Hi all, welcome to Monza. This is for qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix. Apologies for the last few days not having this up. It's been bogged down with a number of various things and just mostly spent time like getting races done and trying to edit through them really that convenient things. So we're trying to get 2 races up today and 2 races hopefully tomorrow. Got a challenge video sorting out as well. So please smash that to awesome sense of channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, the legend all involved, post the channel and social media as always and comment down below and see how your F1 careers have been going. Monza for us, we've been doing a lot of like online races now, and Monza's constantly been a regular track for us mainly because it's such a fast paced track. And we've obviously the biggest issue for Monza is the first bend. If you survive the first bend, regardless where you are on the grid, you've got a good chance of a good finish. So we have tried to focus quite heavily on nailing down a good setup, nailing down everything, and we noticed very quickly that the pace and everything was kind of clicking quite early, and it's usually one of these tracks that can go through quite fluidly. De Vries was unlucky there, 19th, obviously we got through to Q2 sorry. But the interesting part I was noticing was the Alphas were competitive. Alpha Romeo was very competitive in practice, and also it was looking like qualifying was going to be the case as well. So it's almost starting to show maybe a bit of, not necessarily new competition, but it's like extra competition to be aware of, because the Alphas haven't been as, say, dominant, it's like competitive in races where we've kind of like maybe taken their mantle in a sense. But for us, we've just got to kind of nail a good qualifying, and hopefully, as long like Q3 should be our target really. If like the Alphas are making very competitive pace, we should be trying to make Q3 as well. But for us, for me, Monza is probably the one track on top of like Canada and Canada where I genuinely should have a chance of, like, not necessarily a podium, but it's like like at least maybe say like at least a strong points finish, realistically. Like Mercedes are good, be competitive for pace, probably same for Ferraris and Alpha's totally same case as well. Got through to Q3 pretty comfortably, and it's safe to say that the Alphas are competitive. Like, give me quicker finish, Giovinazzi was up there as well, but we definitely have our work cut out. For us it's going to come down to having a good strong first bend. If we can get a strong first bend, get out of trouble early, if a safety car happens, then there's like a chance that I will just go straight in the pits right away. Like, I would just go straight from softs to mediums. Like, I would just be like, right, hold out for the like 12 laps and just like, right, can these basically keep everyone else at bay, because you've got to remember it also depends if the AI would go in the pits, and it also depends if they get like backlogged at all, and also depends if you've got nothing to worry about, because say you go in early, no one else goes in with you, and the safety car's still going round. By the time say they maybe eventually go in, it might be not even during the safety car, they might go after the safety car, and somebody may have like a big advantage. So we'll see what happens. Monza is usually a very safety car heavy circuit regardless, I find, but we're very quick here. I think this is a lot quicker than Q1 and Q2, so we're definitely really competitive. But not going by that stretch of imagination here. So I think we'll go out again and really burn every last sinew of the car and try and get quicker. I think there is room to improve. With being in the green already kind of suggests that there is definite room for improvement. That's all you want to do. As long as we stay in the green, keep fluid, no silly mistakes, we've genuinely got a chance here. But at the moment, it's very competitive, to say the least. And flat out, trying to not corner cut or anything like that. Green for the first and second sector, I would say, stay green, regardless of any, whatever we do, we genuinely look like we're winning. Let's see what we'll go through and start finish line up.
And with qualifying
which got us into P2, which I was not expecting. I knew we went quicker, but I didn't expect it.
Goodbye for now then, but we're
so
really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
The Alphas were quicker than the Renaults in that situation. But I would say we're now in a position where the first bend is going to be potentially our game changer. If we had been 8th, 9th or 10th, we could have been in a difficult race, because you'd end up trying to not collide with people in front or people behind you. So we can literally go flat out to that first bend and try and get round quick. If we get a good start, then we're laughing.
Great.
But we'll see what happens though, and we will take it from there. So I'll let Crofty do his usual intro, as we always like to do, and hopefully you enjoy it, folks. Monza, always a fun race regardless.
It's time for the Italian Grand Prix once again, here at the beloved and iconic Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. With the lowest downforce and drag of any circuit in the season, expect to see drivers making the most of the slipstream effect here today. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6 mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Graham. That was a great podium in the last race, so can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Graham completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel and Leclerc, Ocon, Norris, Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi, Sainz, Perez, Pierre Gasly and Stroll, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Nick de Vries and George Russell, Latifi, Albon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Grosjean and Daniel Kvyat completes the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
So we get 5 red lights for the Italian Grand Prix. Let's see if we can get a good start. Oh, Bottas is kind of not necessarily stalled, but it's almost as if he didn't get the power out. I might be wrong, it's almost as if he didn't get all the power that he needed. I went a little bit over the place, but we're fine. Yellow flag, green flag, oh, pity. Wishful thinking early that we thought we were going to get a safety car early. But we've got out of trouble right away, played in part thanks to Bottas. If Bottas probably didn't have that trouble at the start, like as it is, it looked like as if he'd stalled or something. I might be wrong. It's like it wasn't like, it was almost as if his power wasn't all the way there. So we're going to have to drive really smart and hope and pray this we dig deep. Like, ERS is going to be used a lot. I expect DRS to be a big factor in this race as well. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to defend this against Bottas, Verstappen, Hamilton, everybody. We're just going to have to, if somebody tries to attack us, we're going to have to try and defend. If we have to be wise with our fuel management, we have to be wise with ERS management. This is just literally going to have to be like almost a perfect race. And I said I've worked hard on the setup, so we'll see how it goes. Coming into lap 3 and still going strong. But Leclerc's now the fastest on the track. Ferrari's with a bit of power, it seems. But yeah, this is going to be one of these races. I think we're just going to have to just keep our head down, focus hard, and hope and pray that we can just kind of close the door. If they try and overtake us, can we close the door? If they want to try and be aggressive in an overtake, can we prevent it? We're going to have the cornering to be in our favour, but the straights are where we're going to get caught out. So we have to make, as I said, the fuel management is going to be key. So we're going to have to constantly jump between low and lean and rich, which clearly is going to show here because Bottas has tried to go for us. We were bombed down the inside. We have taken him with minor knocks, but neither of us knocking each other out. So, but we'll get DRS down the straight to help us out just enough. And Bottas is coming back, so he's not going away. And we're going to close the door. Oh, he's went aggressive. I don't know if we're fine, he's fine. My word. That could have ended disaster for everybody. That could have genuinely ended everybody's race there. He's going for a gain, so yeah, holes are starting to show in this. You almost kind of need somebody behind, like Bottas and Verstappen, to like almost, you could say like a Hamilton or Leclerc, to try and be aggressive and maybe be a bit over aggressive and maybe do us a favour and like not try and take somebody out, but it's like you kind of like slow them down enough to try and create a bit of a gap. Because I'll be honest, just now a safety car wouldn't really be, I wouldn't knock it, but I would rather have just a bit of breathing space, if I'm honest. I'd rather have a bit of breathing space, just so that DRS isn't a factor. It'd be hard enough. Oh, yellow flag, what have we got? It must be serious because Leclerc's no longer 5th. It's not going away, so I think we're getting a safety car. Because the game's going crazy. Yellow flag, green flag, yellow flag, green flag. Yeah, safe. So Leclerc is out. I was kind of suspecting that because yeah, so dealt with the safety car now. Kimi Raikkonen is in contention now. You'll notice it's like Raikkonen and Perez are up here as well. It is worth noting, when we all went in the pits, everyone was double stacking. So it's like if you were first in your team, if you were the first car in, you were sorted because everyone was going in. So it was like, by the time it came to De Vries, in my case, De Vries was able to get in because he didn't have to worry about double stacking with me. And some of the cars were kind of the same, like but yeah, so Raikkonen's now turning into our most dangerous challenge I would have expected that, if I'm honest. But I did say the Alphas were pacey. I didn't expect them to be challenging me for the race win, if I'm honest. Plus this could play into our hands as well, because Hamilton's down, Bottas is out of it. I think he's like 12th, 12th or 13th, I think. I would imagine, going by the way everyone is. Yeah, Perez, Vettel, Raikkonen definitely three to be wary of. Hamilton's going to work through the field, and he's not really doing it, even though there's probably going to be DRS shortly again, I suspect. But the longer DRS is out of action, the more it benefits us. That's all I can say is, like, I feel if DRS is a factor, then I think Raikkonen could take us. Plus with extra fuel we can burn through rich better, so this will play in our hands as well. So there's definitely positives from this, but there's a lot of negatives still to come. Mainly, can the car hold up with the like I have to drive aggressively, like through bends and try not like corner cut or whatever. But yeah, we'll keep our head down and we'll go for there. So it's a long way to go, folks, so buckle up and see how we play from here. So coming to the start finish line of the final lap of this race, safe to say Hamilton, Vettel and Bottas have really pushed hard. Like especially Hamilton, who is really, oh, he went for it, he was pushing hard, and he's still going for it by the looks of it. Oh, I think he went over aggressive and he's just kind of blocked everybody off. Because we went round, but I think he might have just blocked everyone off from trying to overtake him. So we've got a big cushion has just now developed, all because of a bit of maybe over. I'd have to have a look at maybe that again, but safe to say Bottas is coming through as well. I don't know if he's maybe worked his way into the points, maybe with how but everyone's starting to just give each other fastest laps. But it's for us to lose now. Defended well. Just keep that focus for a few more turns. Nothing silly now. Just a little bit too easy on the brakes here, but he's coming right back. He's coming back. He's coming back. We've got enough. Yes, race win at Monza, folks. Lovely jubbly. Things you'll have to see. Dug deep there. Dug very, very, very deep. But yeah, that was a hard race that in the end. But big race win there, keeping the pressure on everyone else around us. Obviously, title's the least of our worries because that ain't going to be a factor this season. Never was in the first place, but yeah, that was a hard one. Like, we dug deep and it paid off. So I'll let the trophy presentation all that go through it, and then we'll recap the race results from there.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the
In the end, with the safety car, it proved quite a fairly competitive race. Now, the race wasn't too far off a point. Bottas was in no man's land either in 13th, so yeah, that was definitely a race where even De Vries could have snuck in to get in the points. But all in all, we had to dig very deep there. We're happy. Leclerc's safety car malfunction definitely proving the difference in maybe the safety car as well, because it nullified DRS for a few laps. But yeah, no, we're definitely, this is one of our always been one of our strongest circuits, so it's paid out dividends there. We'll probably get the media recap, a Claire, and that will do us for the episode. So see what Claire's got to say, and yeah, definitely a very good team effort all round. But hopefully you've enjoyed this, folks. As I said, next few races will be equally hard because Sochi and Singapore are very difficult tracks for me usually. I'm not the most fluid with them. I'm quite prone to errors, so we'll see how those play out, of course, in due course. But as I've said throughout, folks, so let me know in the comments, how's your F1 2020 been? How have you been doing my team, your career, online? How are you finding it? Like, you can see like what difficulty and all that stuff as well would be much. Smash likes always, folks. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, GZLegend, and I will catch you all later.